Donkey of the day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm.
Hey, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, June 10th goes to an Arkansas state trooper named Rodney Dunn. Rodney Dunn is the state trooper who used the pit maneuver to flip over the car of a woman named Nicole Harper. Nicole Harper was 2 months pregnant at the time when this happened. I can't make this kind of stuff up. Let's go to KLRT Fox 16 for the report, please.
It's Nicole Harper's first time watching this dash camera video.
That was rough to watch.
But she already had a front row seat.
Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes!
Okay.
Pregnant!
As the driver of this SUV hit and flipped by an Arkansas State Police trooper.
Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up.
Senior Corporal Rodney Dunn tried to pull her over for speeding. He claims she fled. Less than 2 minutes after his blue lights went on, he used a pit maneuver, a risky way troopers hit and spin out cars to end chases.
I thought it would be safer to wait until the exit.
No, ma'am, you should pull over when law enforcement stops you.
In daylight, it's easier to see the smaller shoulder on this stretch of I-67-167 where the crash happened. But less than a mile down the road, the shoulder widens and there's the next exit.
Now sitting in her lawyer's office, Harper is suing state police, saying the pit was negligent and excessive force. Harper's lawyer wants the lawsuit to change state police policies, saying there need to be limits on when officers are allowed to use pits.
As she should. Sue the hell out of him. Okay, now I know what you're saying. Why did she flee? She wasn't fleeing. She explains. Listen.
Were you fleeing in this case?
No, I slowed down. A few more seconds and none of this would have happened. I feel like I had heard that that's what you do. You slow down, you put your flashers on, and you drive to a safe place.
Turns out that's textbook, according to State Police's driver license study guide. Under what to do when you're stopped, number 1 says to use emergency flashers to indicate to the officer that you are seeking a safe place to stop.
Now, she sounds accurate and logical to me. Now, we talked about this story earlier in Front Page News, and a guy called in and said this after the fact. Listen.
Y'all put down law enforcement too much. Y'all know these people be out here wilding. Now, why would this woman be driving like a fool and know that she's pregnant? Obviously, she didn't care about her own child.
I don't think that's true.
How was she driving like a fool?
Nobody said she was driving reckless. She was driving over the
Why
speed
did
limit.
she pull over?
And we all
Charlamagne
drove.
She was.
Charlamagne to God, I think you're one of the smartest people I've ever seen. But this is not the only situation that you have downgraded police officers, man.
Well,
what about that girl who got shot over there in Columbus, Ohio?
I thought that was ridiculous. Ma'Khia Bryant.
The cop had saved the girl, and then y'all talking about, what's the girl, Breonna Taylor? She was out there selling dope.
Okay, that wasn't Front Page News. It was get it off your chest. He damn sure told us why he was mad. You got to repeat some of Psalm 91 after you hear that, because that's nothing but the devil. So I must repeat, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Now let's continue. I'm not being hard on police. I'm being hard on humans who happen to be police, who lack humanity and compassion for other humans. And when you are a human who happens to be a police officer and you have the power that comes with the badge, you have to make it your business to overstand that with great power comes great responsibility. And doing a pit maneuver on a human who was unable to safely stop her vehicle on the right or left shoulder due to concrete barriers and a reduced shoulder being on both sides of the road is a blatant misuse of power. Okay, I mean, she had no room to safely pull over her car. That's why she put her hazards on and slowed down. But common sense should have told the police officer she doesn't have anywhere to pull over. So what rational mind says, okay, now I'm going to do a pursuit intervention technique on someone I'm not even really pursuing. While they are going 60 miles per hour. Okay? How would you be able to sleep at night, Officer Rodney Dunn, if you would have killed this woman or if this woman would have lost the baby she was carrying in her stomach? I don't even know why I asked that question. We know damn well how Rodney Dunn would sleep, and the answer is deeply. Okay, a lot of rapid eye movement. He don't give a damn. And all we want as civilians, as tax-paying humans in this country, is for police officers to care. We just want you to give a damn and a fornication under consent of the king. Okay, I really and I sincerely mean this. I don't understand how police officers are able to dehumanize people in this way. As a human being, to me, you have to be inherently evil to do something like this. I know those of you like myself who understand mindfulness and go to therapy, you understand how trauma begets trauma, hurt people. And when I hear stories like this about police officers, the first thing I think is, what's wrong with that police officer as an individual? Is it you as a human that's evil, or is it the culture of policing? Okay, those are the questions I have. You did a pit maneuver on a woman because it caused her car to flip over, and for what? Okay, even if she wasn't 2 months pregnant, why? And why aren't more people outraged about this? Why don't other cops get mad at things like this? Situations like this make all cops look like maniacs, and that's why other cops should speak out against how wrong this is. Do you think people want to hate cops? No, we don't. Folks simply want cops to do better. And if you can't do better, quit. All right? Quit and bring in those who really want to protect and serve, not hurt and traumatize. By the way, the human driving this car was white. No need to guess what race it is. Okay, I'm telling you, the person that's driving this car, Nicole Harper, was a 38-year-old Caucasian woman. So you can't just dismiss the way police is just being a racial thing. See, this is why Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Abuse of power does not discriminate, okay? Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When people say things like the police are corrupt, it's simply because they are abusing their power, and that can and will happen to anyone. Law enforcement always encourages us to, when you see something, say something. So when we say something, don't say we are being hard on the police, because we are not. We are simply demanding justice, because to remain silent would be rewarding the injustice. Please let Chelsea Handler give Arkansas State Trooper Rodney Dunn the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
Did you see the video?
No, I couldn't watch it.
Yep.
I seen the video. Now, I'm just curious, right?
Mm-hmm.
That car, that looked, she could have died.
Could that be like an attempted murder or some type of, because he flipped that car. That car flipped over. It wasn't like he just hit it and she went.
Definitely could have died.
No, that car flipped over.
If that was a regular,
it was upside down and they had to pull her out.
If it was a regular person who did something like that, I'm sure it would be vehicular homicide. Did I pronounce that right?
No, vehicular homicide.
Vehicular murder. Okay.
Vehicular.
I'm sure that if that was
car murder, man. Just car murder.
I know I pronounced vehicular right. I landed that one now.
No. Vehicular.
Vehicular.
What am I saying? Okay,
You're
car
saying
murder.
vehicular.
You go car murder.
You might be right. Car murder. Okay, that was car murder.
Oh my goodness.
If it was a regular person, they would be charged with car murder. Okay.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.